When I was 19, I ended up in Saskatoon, where I was targeted and groomed and then brought into the world of prostitution.
April Eve is a survivor of human trafficking. She freed herself 17 years ago from sexual exploitation. Like her, thousands of women and children are being traded every day. The Alberta government, together with 3 community groups, are taking action to stop and prevent human trafficking in the province.
Our goal is to create a hybrid model that extends across the province, disrupting and dissolving trafficking networks while helping survivors to recover and rebuild.
April Eve spent a decade of her life being sold across cities in Western Canada and the United States. It was in New York City where she was sold by a crime ring until a friend saved her with a one-way ticket back to Canada. Since then, she has been a grassroots advocate for missing, murdered, and exploited Indigenous people.
Actually started for me in a nightclub. So I was approached by another young woman my age. I had found out later that she had been exploited and groomed at the age of 16. When we met, we were in our night around the age of 19. So quite often, I think people think like there's so many myths involved in human trafficking for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Sometimes it is a friend, sometimes it is your boyfriend, sometimes it's a family member, right?
The Alberta government is funding the creation of an office to combat human trafficking by implementing the recommendations of the Alberta Human Trafficking Task Force, which is chaired by Calgarian country singer and founder of Not My City, Paul Brandt.
6 years ago when we started this, many in the sector didn't recognize the signs of human trafficking, and now here we are with $22 million being spent over the next 3 years.
The new office expects to bring together survivors of human trafficking with community partners like social services providers and Indigenous organizations to help victims find a way out and move forward.
Oftentimes this isn't an issue that is thought about in places like Alberta. But we need to understand that trafficking happens, and it happens here, and in many forms. This is a real issue, and we need to do our part to disrupt it, and in fact, stop it.
In Calgary, Silvia Naranjo, City News.